Hey guys, so yeah, Friday the SITREP 4, Friday the 20th of September 2019. I wasn't gonna make this video. I wasn't planning on making one every day, but man, I went to the VA dentist today, and yeah, there was some serious information dropped. So first thing this morning, I ran to my civilian doc downtown. I got my PET scan and the results from it, the actual notes. Shot off to the VA. Finally made contact with those guys. They originally called me this morning and asked me if I could come in at 11:30, and I'm like, I don't know if I can make that because I'm going downtown. You never know what's going to happen there, right? But I got in and out of downtown pretty quick, so I called the VA dental clinic on the way, and they were able to see me at 10:30, which was cool. So all the drama before, it was just communication issues, but it all worked out. So I go and see the doc. They did another Pan-X, the whole thing around your head. This time they did Batwings, and those things inside my mouth, it always hacks them up, and sure enough, it did it again. So now I know I'm gonna have a sore or two under there, which is not cool. I'm thinking, what the hell are you doing? Right? I'm getting ready to start, rad, and you're jacking my mouth up. What the hell? Anyway, sorry, I digress. And then the doc came in, looked my teeth over, and she's like, "Wow, your teeth are in good shape." They did Bitewings too. I put the gel in your mouth and make it. Yeah, they're gonna make so they make little trays, and those are the ones I have to use for the rest of my life. So I have to put fluoride in there, bite down 10 minutes. VA said twice a day for 10 minutes. The civilian doc only said once a day. So the VA is like uber cautious, right? By the way, VA has good treatment. I don't know what everybody's complaining about, but the VA gives decent treatment. Sometimes you have miscommunications, but generally speaking, pretty good. Anyway, so everything's cool. And the doc's like, hey, look, sometimes we recommend other procedures prior to radiation, but your teeth are in pretty good shape. You take care of them, so I and she was kind of like, bumbling around, like, what the hell, I'm like, okay, whatever. She's okay, good to go. So I left. And all I was doing was going going down one flight and like on the other side of the hospital to what they call RADONC, or radiation oncology. So I went over there to deliver the PET scan CD, the actual imaging, and the results, the notes. And while I was like, hand that over and getting the name of the person I handed them to, because I'm not going through any drama later, I get a phone call. So I answer that. It's the dentist that I just talked to that treated me calling me direct. And she's like Spanish or something, really kind of difficult to understand, really. It was difficult communicating with her. Anyway, she's like, hey, are you still in the hospital? Can you come back to the hospital? I said, no, I'm still here. I'm just down in Radonk. And she's like, can you come upstairs? I want to talk to you. And I'm thinking, whoa, okay. Yeah, I said, yeah, I'll come right up. She's like, right now? I said, yeah, I'm on the way up. She's like, okay. So I get up there. So you walk past the door that goes back to where all the treatment rooms are. You walk past that door, and there's the greeters, the receptionists. And there's a young woman there. I'm like, hey, Dr. Lentz or whatever her name was. And she's like, oh, yeah, she's waiting for you right at that door. So I peek around the corner, and there she is with the door open saying, come here, come here. I'm like, what the heck? She's acting weird. I'm like, what the hell, man? So I follow her to a treatment room. I don't sit down or anything. But she went in enough to where I could get in the door, like at the doorway. And she's like, hey, look, here's the deal. I was talking about those procedures that I probably wasn't going to recommend for you, but I talked to the lead dentist, and he's been a dentist for a long time. He had a civilian practice like down south near here, and a lot of experience. He's done some studies and stuff, and the bottom line, she said, radiation, even though, even if it was a laser beam, right, like right through the tonsil, it's going to come out the other side. And it doesn't just stay there. It radiates out, and it damages like everything in its path. Like literally, it just bleeds out like dye. So even focused radiation is going to damage surrounding tissue, right? And what obviously she's a dentist. She's like, hey, look, I knew already from doing research that fillings of the old amalgam, that old crappy gray looking stuff. I seen one video, man, where radiation just smoked the side of his mouth and his tongue, because that stuff does, I don't know if it bounces the radiation, whatever, but it just tore him up. So I asked my civilian dentist when I was there, I was like, what about this amalgam? She's like, no, it's not an issue. And I'm like, huh? Like, it's totally diametrically opposed to what I seen that this dude went through in the video. I'm like, okay, whatever. So, but that's been in the back of my mind. I'm like, I want to get rid of this crap. So she's like, I talked to, back to the VA dentist. She's like, I talked to, the head dentist. He wasn't even supposed to be here today. Just happened to be in. Dedication, like it. And he was like, man, he's seen too many times where you get osteonecrosis of your jaw. So osteo, bone, necrosis, necro, dead bone, not good. And especially on the radiated side, but it also affects the other side. That bone like breaks down. And he's like seen instances where people had to have like bone grafts to put in and all kinds of craziness, right? It happens. One other thing she said, she said, hey, what I recommended is the procedure I kind of mentioned, but I was not going to go with it because your mouth is in such good shape. But I backed off after I talked to the head dentist, and I'm going to recommend you get your back molars removed on both sides. And I'm like, well, I already have my wisdom teeth out on this whole side. So she's like, yeah, it'll be only 2 molars here, but it'll be the wisdom tooth on the bottom on this side and 2 others. So 5 teeth total. And they want to bust out those bone things too. I'm like, okay, that's a strange twist of events, but okay, if that's what you recommend. I'm like, well, it's no big deal. I mean, later on I can just, have, implants done, screwed in my jaw. It's like, no, you're not having, you won't have any dental, care again for your life. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, no, you can't have, once you have radiation to the head and neck, you can't have teeth extractions. You can't have anything. You are done. So basically what I have left in my mouth is it. Like, they fall out and you're done. I guess it's just such a high risk or something. And now I'm like, whoa, wait a second. This is a totally different discussion than what I had at the civilian doc. I appreciate her candor, yeah, it's important. I don't know why it was not important to the civilian docs. As a matter of fact, Dr. P, she just blew off dental. I was like, yeah, what about these bones? Like, I don't care about the bones. Don't worry about the bones. I'm like, okay, cool. I guess so dental isn't a really big deal like I thought. The VA is like, no, it's very important. And a lot of videos I'm seeing now, it's it's kind of important. So now I have this decision to make, right? She was like, hey, look, off the record, I'm talking to you as a friend and as just a regular human, not a doctor. If you absolutely don't want to have this done, and I'm recommending you do, and I've already sent the paperwork forward recommending that. So to reverse that, the only way you can do is fire the VA, or you get the dental reports from your civilian doc and you present that to radiation oncology, RadOnc, which is my appointment's Monday, so I'm not going to be able to get it by then. But I've always been a big advocate that this is my body. All you are is my doctor, right? So you're my mechanic. You tell me whatever you want, but at the end of the day, it's my car. So I can decide to not have you work on that, and replace something else. That's my decision, right? Especially when you talk about your body, right? So I don't know what I'm going to do, man. And this is just like not. I was not expecting to make this decision. It's just your teeth, right? Holy crap! Like this is the rest of my life crap. So yeah, I don't know. I got the weekend to figure it out, and I'll let you know what happens. All right. Hey, have a good weekend, guys. See you later.